Hello, everybody. Vitali here again with Suzanne Daigle. And, a few times we already recorded this topic of Agile beyond software. We know Agile as a software methodology, but this is way more deeper, and we can apply it in all sorts of parts of organizations and human resource management, marketing, strategic management, leadership. So, Susan, tell us, take us further into foundation of to Agile, head and heart, and then the tools, etc.
Okay. Thank you, Vitali. And as I was saying the last time that we met, is that it truly is head and heart. So achieving the objectives through people, through all of those good leadership practices of collaboration, of continuous improvement, self-organizing. And so now let's jump into the specifics of the Scrum. Here we go. We'll see. My slide is not changing. Here we go. And this is a sampling of the practices and approaches and tools in the Scrum area of Agile, which is a working methodology. And when I'm working with clients, with people, when I was first introduced and dug deeper into this whole field of Scrum, I said, wow, there's a whole bunch of things there that really apply to us managing, leading better. And, for many people, these are all new terms. And we're not used to, then we think it can be a little overwhelming.
Right.
That what does this mean? And yet each of these things are so simple. I don't have time to go into all of that at this point, but time boxing, for example, means that we set a specific amount of time to do certain things. They have stand-up meetings in the morning, which are 15 minutes. And the agenda's simple. What did you do yesterday? What are you planning today? What are you struggling with anything that you need help on?
Mm-hmm.
So it invites communication. It invites clarity in the work. It invites a speed of getting things done. Work in progress. How many times are we struggling? And they call that WIP. Struggling with too many priorities and we never get anything finished. Well, here we pay attention to how much work we get done, what is reasonable to be done in these short iterations of time that we were talking about in an earlier session.
Wow.
So each of these tools are like, to me, a goodie bag of things that I honor the Agile community because they have evolved it, they have refined it, they have, and we can go learn and also evolve it and expand it to our management world.
Wow, that's terrific.
So, and here we go. Let's see. I'm having a little hard time. I'm sorry for my...
That's right. Perfect.
There we go. And again, it's just, a review here, manifesto on the principles. We had the Agile Manifesto. The Kanban is a simple way of how we create a to-do list, doing and done, which we also use an adaptation of that in Scrum as well. And it provides visibility to the work that we're doing. It provides transparency for everyone to do. You can see those different colors. Those are often tasks that are manageable, that people will own, and they will be the ones that move it from one column to the next.
And there's some values there, which I like. Oh, yeah, courage.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, oops, there we go. Yes, the values, Scrum values, courage, focus, commitment, respect, and openness, and there are definitions behind each one. And again, Vitali, we don't always appreciate when we think of people in technology. We're often, people are often saying, oh yeah, but they don't deal, they're programmers and they're not into this whole interpersonal interaction and collaboration. Well, let me tell you, there's an army of people out there that certainly are, except, they're just not getting involved in all of the rigid methodologies. Yes, we're all human beings and we all struggle with that, but they're really trying to address those things deeply.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Great. So what was the other slide you were just showing?
Yep. And the other slide was, here we go, always. Okay, and this is a bird's eye view of a Scrum process in a 2 to 4 week iteration. This is how it operates. And you have key roles. You have a product owner who represents the customer, who is always very closely in touch to what the customer needs.
Mm-hmm.
You have the team, who are the experts in their work, and they are given enormous decision-making power to schedule the work that needs to be done in the sequence that it'll be done so that it does meet the client's needs. And they're working interactively together. The Scrum Master is like that servant leader that is assuring that the processes are followed, but they're not the one who's directing, managing the work. They simply try to remove impediments, remove challenges and hurdles. They are truly the servant leader. And, things are done, they gather what the customer needs, all the inputs of what a project or what a product is that the client wants, and gets all of that in detail from them. They break it down into tasks. They start their sprint, which is 2 to 4 weeks. They work on it, and typically they would not be interrupted in getting to that, but because they have short iterations, the output can be improved on for the next sprint. And, I feel like I'm shortchanging this so much by covering it this quickly. But I just wanted to give you a sense of the purpose, the reflection, the integrity of what they do. And, there's sometimes debate. Do we have to do all this that way? And I think the important thing to know is to take what fits, integrate, be guided by. It's very helpful to have a practice that you honor, especially at the beginning, that we start doing things in the way it's designed or adapted in the way that it was designed. And then later, we can drop certain pieces or we can do certain things differently. But the important thing here is the voices of the customers there, the team is honored for the work that they do, and a Scrum Master is there as a servant leader to support them.
Wow, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Okay.
And the closing comment that I have about this is that Agile is a vibrantly active worldwide community. They're continuously learning, growing, and sharing. And what I hope most of all, it's not to go take what they're doing, take it away from them and just go do it ourselves, or to do it at a superficial level. It really speaks to what I've been consumed about my whole life, is that let's leverage, let's optimize the wonderful things that are happening in our organization. There are invisible tribes that have enormous skills that we're not tapping into. And letting go control appears to be very scary to a lot of leaders. We're married to hierarchy. And people are scared of letting go control because they feel chaos will ensue. Well, when we start looking at what I've just showed you in the past 3 sessions, there's been a lot of attention and rigor to achieve the same goals that we all want. If only we would share that decision-making, share the leadership, and tap into other people. And I feel that we have very much to gain by collaborating with our software community. And they can learn from us, and we can learn from them. There's an army of people hidden in our companies. And, I can remember saying that to one of our CEOs that I was working with, and he went and checked. And because he was very attracted to the Agile processes, you were right, and I had no clue. So, point made. It's an exciting future ahead, I think.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited too. I can see how, my engineering background tells me that this guys went beyond the technical stuff and produced something that is organizational development experts should take up and really look at closely. Thank you, Suzanne, for all of this, the 3 sessions. And people will have questions. You can just answer them and comment below the post.
Okay. Thank you, Vitaly, again, and have a great day. Thank you.